And this is the fourth message today. What should we do? The collective and individual roles for Muslims. The collective role of Muslim leaders. Number one, form a Muslim leadership union. It's when they hear that this word, oh, you want to bring Khilafah again. We don't care about names, but we have to write to call for a union. It's exactly like the European Union. It's exactly like the United States of America. Is it something that anybody says that this is something wrong, or we should stop something like that? No. We want also Muslim leaders to have a union together. Number two, call for an end to relations with Syrian government. This has to be this today before tomorrow. I grieve a lot and feel really sad how these governments would still have representation of this criminal inside their lands. This is something really weird. The least we can do is just to kick away all the ambassadors and to close these embassies until the different government would come with different representation. Number three, call for a trade boycott of Iran, Russia, and China. All the Muslim world actually should do that. This is the least that we can do. Number four, support the opposition spiritually and financially. Number five, approve and support a transition government. And this is what should happen after closing these embassies, that they should deal with this transition government or opposition. What we need to do as individuals. Number one, commit to the straight path of Islam, follow the teachings of Quran and Sunnah. Because the commitment of Muslims every Muslim, commitment of Muslims to their deen would bring the victory of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sooner than later. Number two, make lots of dua. Choose the times that dua is much more accepted. In the middle of the night, in your prayers, in your sujood. Number three, give financial support. And there are some legal avenues in America here that we have Life organization, lifeusa.org. You can support a family with some blankets, they are having these categories. If you go to that website, you got to do, inshallah, whatever you can to help, inshallah, or the Syrian American Council. Number four, spread the word. Do whatever you can, emails, Facebook, Twitter, whatever you find to that the opposition are uploading a video, are trying to write some words against that regime. We should also spread this word out. Number five, don't give any support to tyrannical leaders with even a word. And this is just this is the bare minimum. Even if you say a word, if you help with even your heart being not in a state of denial, you're not rejecting what they are doing with your heart, you are actually in danger. And look at what Ibn Umar radiallahu anhu has said, the helpers of the tyrants together with their police are the dogs of hellfire in the day of judgment. Whoever would help the tyrants with anything, as we would come also in some of the sayings here, like Sayyid ibn Musayyib would say, don't look at the helpers of the tyrants except with heart denial. You're rejecting them. You don't like them with your heart for your deeds not to get erased. You can have your deeds aggregated if you are actually looking at them and you don't care what they're doing with your brothers and sisters there. Makhul al-Dimashqi also is reported to say it would be called upon the tyrants and their helpers to stand up in the day of judgment until no one is left out, even those who helped them with some ink or handed them a pencil. It's that low, it's that little thing you would do, you are considered among the helpers of the tyrants. And again, Syria, never grieve, because there are Muslims out there, brothers and sisters, making da'at to you, helping you, doing these all five things together. Always remember them, inshallah, bring them back in the pictures. Like we say from the beginning, the commit to the straight path as much as you can, make lots of dua, financial support, spread the word, and don't give any support to tyrannical leaders with even a word. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala help them all. And nas'al Allah ta'ala, we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala this day to actually support them with soldiers from Him subhanahu wa ta'ala. And one of the glad tidings that they were recently, a sheikh was there among the ASC borders and met one of the families. And they say he's one of them, one of the elders saying they got my one of the youth, and they kept hitting him and beating him up, telling him, who are these people dressed in white, on white horses, who were with you? And they kept kicking him and he doesn't know them. He said, we didn't have any people who are dressed in white on white horses there. Allahu Akbar, subhanAllah. It's the same narration, the same actually story happened in Gaza, when actually they were bombarded by the Israeli troops. They used to have the same story. They used to have these Israelis hitting and beating them some up, saying, where are those who are dressed in white, on white horses, who are helping you? It's nothing, it's none but angels coming from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And if they would reach that point, that the help of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is coming down to them, victory is going to be there inshallah. And very soon, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bring victory to them. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Allahumma ya Allah, ya Allah, ya Allah. يا ربنا لك الحمد كما ينبغي جلال وجهك وعظيم سلطانك. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى اله وصحبه وسلم. اللهم اغث اخواننا في سوريا يا رب العالمين. اللهم اغثهم يا رب وامدهم بمدد من عندك يا اله الحق اله العالمين. اللهم اهلك طواغيت الارض اجمعين. اللهم اهلك هذا الطاغوت طاغوت سوريا يا رب العالمين فانه لا يعجزك. اللهم مزقوا كل ممزق يا رب العالمين. اهلكه اليوم او غدا. اللهم لا ترفع له رايه ولا تحقق له غايه. واجعله اللهم لمن خلفه آية يا رب العالمين. اللهم امين امين. وصلى الله على سيدنا محمد وعلى اله وصحبه وسلم. وصلى الله. جزاكم الله خيرا.